Wish we can keep going, y'all. They'll take it down if we keep going. We gotta keep it moving.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, girl. I want to toast tonight. I spend my money tonight. I spend my money tonight. I want it all tonight. I want to toast tonight. I spend my money tonight. I want it freaking tonight. Freaking baby, yeah. I think we keep it good. It's like that new kiss for you. Make sure that you look good. Make sure that I.
It's like right when it's getting that groove right there. That's all right. Welcome to Curbservice at the Treehouse.
Because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny. But yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather around. I'm a little fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I'm thinking about...
Hey. What? Well, we hot Trip C's. Lady G.
This is why I'm hot. 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 I'm hot cause I'm fly. You ain't cause you not. This is why I'm hot.
Get money.
We about to get started, so get settled in, y'all.
Rich boy said quick, niggas wanna take you tight, don't split. Just from Kennedy.
Throw some G's on that bitch.
Just from Kennedy.
Throw some G's on that bitch.
Just from Kennedy. Rich boy said quick, niggas wanna take you tight, don't split. Just from Kennedy.
Throw some G's on that bitch.
Just from Kennedy.
They say
G's on that bitch.
Just from Kennedy.
Good evening. It is Curbservice at the Treehouse time with Lady Gigi, and y'all know me.
I was in that mix. I'm loving that mix you put together. Y'all, welcome to Curbservice at the Treehouse with me, of course, Lady G, and of course my girl, the hostess, Trip C's. And tonight, we basically gonna let y'all know what it is, what it ain't, and what it's gonna be. Tonight's topic is one-hit wonders.
And for anybody get started talking about the people on the fly or the people we gonna talk about, Ain't a lot to talk about with a one-hit wonder, so we had to do some fill-ins. You know,
we had to do some fill-ins because I had people hit me up.
It's like, oh yeah, they was good. That song was awesome. Next.
I know, right, Trixie? I had some people hit me up on Facebook. You know, the Gap Band. That's one of my favorite bands. Of course, you know, I like the old school bands. I like the instrumentation. And somebody hit me up on Facebook on my inbox and was like, "Oh, they're a one-hit wonder." No, they're not a one-hit wonder. I just used that particular song for the picture, as far as the promo goes. But I love the Gap Band. They had tons of hits, tons, Commodores, all of them. Gap Band, Dad Band. They all had hits. But of course, we got to mix the substance up to make it interesting. We got a lot of one-hit wonders, but we got a lot of people too that the music is gonna live forever, from generation to generation.
Sometimes we feel like a one-hit wonder. I am not with you tonight, Best Revision. That's what I'm not. I am not with you tonight, baby. So, who is up first on this soundtrack of wonderness? Wonderness. Let's say.
Welcome in. I think one of them I had was Humpty, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Humpty. He wasn't a one-hit wonder, but in case y'all wondering, it's like it's just certain songs that just pop. You know,
yeah.
they
Nobody remember that, but the Humpty dance is your chance to do the
Humpty Hump. You know, I mean, I like a lot of his other songs, but that particular one just, you know, it just always stood out. It's just timeless. So that was like a one-hit wonder. Not that he's a one-hit wonder. It's just that song. It's a song that nobody else can redo and make it the way he did it, to make it sound the way he made it sound. So that was like one of my favorite songs as far as through him, but he had a lot of other hits, you know. And then of course you got some other people. I had sent you the play log of the people that I wanted to break it down to, as far as the different songs and the different elements. And a lot of time people don't understand. Okay, the question is, why are there one-hit wonders for artists? That's the main question. And the reason is there's two. One-hit wonder artists, a lot of the time, is because of the producers, which I mentioned before, and their flows they have, or their delivery, or their songs is being written. That's why a lot of people get ghostwriters for them. You know, and it's hard when you have that one song and you trying to outdo yourself. It's hard to outdo yourself because people, their expectations are going to be so highly of you. You know, if you made that one hit and then you do 8 more songs, or you do 7 songs for an album, or however many songs you're doing for your EP or your album, whatever, their expectations is going to be beyond what you did the first time, or they're going to expect it to be on the same monotone. They're going to expect you to come just like they did, Tripsies.
Just like you did the first time.
Just like we wanted the consumers, they're going to say, you know what? We want you to do it just like you did it the first time. We want to hear the same hit on every song that come from you. And then, see, that's where it get real tricky. Because then that's when the labels start putting the artists with different producers. And then once they put those with those different producers, the sound started changing. And then once the sound change, it takes away from the element of the artist, because they can't use their own creative juices to do what they really want to do, because the sound is foreign to them. So with one-hit wonder, sometimes, you know, a lot of them artists, they just luck up. And, you know, I know it ain't no such thing as luck, but at the same time, in their situation, it is. Because it just takes one time. It's just one song. One song. You know, you ain't got to do no 5, 6, 7 albums to become famous. That one song can make you.
I didn't know that, Tristan. Tristan come in with the facts. He say that one of the greatest one-hit wonders The voice behind the greatest one-hit wonder just died. The guy who sang all the Milli Vanilli tracks.
You know what? That's crazy. He just said that. Shout out to you. That's crazy. You just said that because that was one of the people, and it was like ice, ice, baby, too cold to vanilla ice. You say who died?
Milli Vanilli. Blame it on the rain.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay, Milli Vanilli. But you know, Milli Vanilli, that's a whole nother story because you know that was they wasn't singing it.
Yeah, that's the guy who was singing. That guy who was actually singing it just passed,
He
is what
passed
he
away.
was saying.
Oh, okay, well, Curb
Mm,
Service Treehouse, we're sending our condolences out to him. May he rest in peace. God rest his soul. But
yeah,
when he said Vanilli, I thought about
Milli
in
Vanilli, Vanilla Ice.
right. They did Ice Ice Baby, Too Cold to Cold. That's
Mm,
another one that was like a one hit wonder. You know, Baby Got Back. You know, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
yeah,
That was another one hit wonder. You know, even like Salt and Pepper had Push It real good. You know, that was like one of their biggest hits. And
yeah.
then after that, the only other thing was like Shoot, Baby, Shoot. And then the music had changed. It just started changing.
Oh,
And
and before I forget, today is James Brown's birthday.
happy
Ow!
birthday. I feel good. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, Gypsy, I feel good.
I think we
I
all
know you
grew
do
up
too.
hearing James Brown screaming
Birthday.
on Sunday
Respect.
morning.
Yes, absolutely. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jamie. Rest in
Yes,
peace.
Parliament and the whole Funkadelic just started appearing on my timeline on Facebook.
I already know I'm a part
Suggested
of
for you.
it.
I said I am not surprised.
And I love them. I love all the Funketeers. I love it. I love them. And every day I wake up, I can't wait to hear what they saying, whatever funkified they own, what they doing, because one thing about the Funk family and Funketeers, we're all a peaceful spirit. You understand? Like
Mhm.
we're all a peace. It's all about the music. It's all about the fun. It's all about the creativity. It's all about, you loving each other and you're saying thank you and you're saying, wonderful. I'm happy for you. That's the bond of Funketeers. That's why I'm a part of Lumina and thank God, Lord Jesus, that I know it had been in my DNA, even though I do hip hop and stuff like that. But when I studied my music and then I really found out what my roots were and what my music and my styles and what I loved and the sounds, I already knew I was bona fide. So I love the funk and shout out to everybody on Facebook, all the Funketeers. Larry Funkster, I love him. He's amazing. He's one of those people. He's loyal to what he do. He loves what he does. He enjoy entertaining people. I have so much utmost respect for that man. That's my funk brother. I love him. I was actually on one of his shows and he debuted a specific show just for me. And that was so special to me. And he debuted
Mhm.
one of my songs. Most people they don't do that. And then the thing about it is I ain't never met Larry Funkster personally. I met him online. But it's like when I met him, Gypsy, just like when I met you, it's like I've been knowing him for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
When I talk to him, he talking straight real. And I just recently did a couple of drops for him for his show. Because that's what it's all about. It's about, you know, communication. It's about everybody helping each other, everybody bonding together. You know, that's the only way it's gonna work. And that's
True.
why Tripsy, yeah, that's why we created this show because I want everybody to know that music, it don't stop. One genre, it don't stop. Another genre, it don't stop. It all blends. Everything came from something. It ain't that new under the sun is what you make of. And that's what I try to teach the audience and teach my audience. intertwined with others. It might be
Yeah.
that little niche right there. You like, oh, I've never known it. Nobody told me. Because ain't nobody gonna tell you. But we one big family when it comes to that. When it comes to like funketeers and stuff like that. I got people that I've been communicating with on my Facebook, Instagram for years. Never met them, but they loyal. And I can't do but respect that. And that's why I did the show the way that I did it, because I want to do something for them too. I want them to hear the music that they like, And like I said, I do the hip hop, the rap, the R&B, the funk, everything. Right. I want to give them something too that they can enjoy. So that's why I'm doing the shows the way that I'm doing it, because they deserve that. And that's why I wanted to do these one-hit wonders, because it's bringing back memories for them. And then there's certain songs you might forget about in your mind. You listening to this because your mind, you tune to this, you listen to this. And then when I bring back something, they be like, oh, okay, I'm putting it back in the universe. You see what I'm saying, Trip C? I'm putting it back. I'm putting back the originals back in the universe. Whether it's hip hop, rap, whatever, it don't matter. R&B, funk, jazz, I'm putting it back. Because you know why? They're originators. And they deserve that. They say out of sight, out of mind. No, I'm going to put it in your mind. And I'm going to tell you from one of my mentors, basically say, how you get all you got into what you ain't wearing on you. That's some funk. Now, I told you something today, you laugh. But it's deep and it's real. And that's just that's that talk. That's that mothership talk.
Yeah.
And it's some of the silliest stuff. But they get it. We get it. We can dig it. You ain't got to tell us but one time, and we already know what it is. When it comes to the
Tristan said,
most people look at it like,
I say Tristan said, is Terrence Trent D'Arby a one-hit wonder, or would he be considered a one-hit wonder?
Wishing well.
He had butt switching back in the 90s.
I mean, that song to me was like a really powerful song. I love that song. I don't know if he was a one-hit wonder, but it's like it's certain artists, you hear the song and you hear like these catchy songs, and then they just disappear. And then they'll come out with something else.
But don't nobody pay it no attention.
Nobody really paying no attention. They still going back to wishing well, oh, wishing well. No, they're still going back to that. But the other songs, they're not paying in mind. It's just that those specific songs, it just click. And they just stay with you. They just stay with your soul, like, all the time. And, they can't be erased. So it's just timeless song. It's just certain people, they do that one song, and it becomes a hit. And that's what make them. And then anything after that, they're just doing them like almost like fillers.
Yeah, it's just extra.
Right. Trip C is like, they just do them as like little fillers, but the original song is like, oh my goodness. And then, like I said, the consumers, they want to hear more of that. They want to hear more. You see these lights, right? What you said, Trip C? I said they want to. The consumers want to hear more of that. And like I said, when they start switching producers up and sound, and the label wants complete control of the artist. So y'all listen closely, audience. I appreciate
One-hit wonder, Coolio Gangsta's Paradise. You ain't lying.
The label wants complete control. Y'all gotta understand. It's almost like you working for hire. When a label signs you to a record deal, okay, you can go in there and that first song, they gonna sign you because they heard that first song. They gotta hear something in order to sign you first. They gotta have something to go off of in order for them to invest money in you. So when they hear that first song and they was like, oh man, we got something. Yeah, we gonna sign them. And then they sign you. And then once they sign you, they start putting you with producers. But those may not be the producers that you wanted to be with. It's just the producers that they put you with so they can have complete control. Because they're the ones that's paying the producers, not you. And that money's coming out the budget that they gave you. And that's what happened to me when I had my deal with Inner Sound Records, right when I got off Hot 97.5 before Ludacris. And I signed with Inner Sound Records. They wanted complete control of my project. But I wanted to bring in producers that I knew, that I've been knowing for like 8, 9 years. Like I want to bring, because they already knew my sound. But they put me with producers that they wanted to put me with. And I wasn't feeling their sound. Now, one of the producers they put me with, may he rest in peace, his name was Avin Spikes. And he did Waterfalls. He worked with TLC. And he was working on my project. But he wasn't a producer. He was an engineer. It's a difference. That's when I was telling you, Trip C, where you got A&Rs trying to be artists trying to be A&Rs, producers trying to be managers. You can't do that. It don't mix. It just don't go together. That's why everybody got their own identity. But when they put me with him, like I said, his engineering was off the chain. He did got the waterfalls, all that stuff, the engineering. But as far as being a producer, that's making beats, making production, making the music. That wasn't his craft. But he was trying to do something different. And it ain't nothing wrong with doing something different. But that was my project. You know, I wasn't no experiment. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you ain't finna experiment on my stuff.
Right.
So Tristan say, hold up, you made a record?
I know, right?
No, he asking, did you make a record? Tristan
I mean,
in the chat.
we did a couple of songs. Let me tell y'all something. I did a lot of songs with different people. I was just telling Trip C today. Trip C's I work
you
with.
missed KC and JoJo with a KC episode.
Huh?
I say he missed the KC.
Oh yeah, he missed that one. Yeah, I work with KC. I work with Joy, Gip's wife, Good Mama. They didn't even know. I told Trip C's today. We got a song. Matter of fact, guess what the name of the song? Humpty. Ain't that something?
Yes.
The name of the song we did was called Humpty. We did it at Dark Studio back in 97. And George is the one who put us together because we was working on some stuff in one studio, and then she was there, and then we just clicked, you know. And he like a liaison. He's like, I want you to do this for her. You know,
Earl said, didn't Prince write Waterfalls?
You know what? I don't think so. But I do
heard something like that before. He might have wrote a track for TLC.
He probably did. He probably did because Prince, he also was part of the Funk family. You gotta understand. He was part of that whole circle too. Even though he was doing what he was doing, but he's still part of the Illuminati of everything that we in. And that's why, like, I put his stuff on my page because I can't do but respect him because I know he was part of that funk circle, even though his music was different. But if you listen to it, it's got a lot of funk elements and rock and a whole bunch of stuff in it. You know, and he's part of that circle. And he's always been part of that circle. He always gonna be that part of that circle. Love him very much. I got a chance to speak to him, like I told Trip C on a couple of interviews. You know, I could talk to him on the phone when I was on Malia. Her name is Malia Franklin, also known as the Queen of Funk, which was one of my music funk mentors, females, that pretty much put me on game, was Queen. And I miss her, you know. Like I said, I was the youngest, like one of the youngest ones around there. Like when nobody else around, I was like one of the youngest. But that's what I chose because I was so intrigued by what they were doing, and I just was like, you know what, dog, this right here, this deep. You know, just seeing them go in and work the way they work in the different studios. And that's why, like with these one-hit wonders, yes, I could believe it. Excuse me. Artists go in and the first song they do, they could have been working on that song for 10 years. That one song and mastered it. They could have been working on that one song
Yeah.
all their life. And then the only way a record deal is gonna give you a deal is if you bringing something to the table. So they brought whatever song they had been working on, and they was like, you know what, this is a hit. But then when it's time to do the album, okay, what else you got? What's next?
Yeah.
You know, and then they start putting you different writers, you know, and then that switch up your whole dialect, your whole delivery, you know, and your whole creativity. It takes away. You know, that's why I got respect for people like Prince and them because they wrote their own stuff. Like I write my own music, you know, and it's different when somebody else write it for you because that feeling is not real. It's almost like you reading off a piece of paper. It's not you. It's like you're pretending to be someone that you're not, or you're living somebody else's life. They living it through you. And these one-hit wonders, it's deep, and a lot of people too. And I'm just gonna be straight with y'all. Even my experience with radio, and when I was on Hot 97, the first female hip hop DJ / show producer in Atlanta in the Southeast region. That's me. I just wanted to let them know that Trip sees. But you know, just the fact being on radio and people music being played when we did like the play log and all of that, it's music that was played so much, like the same song. Have you ever heard the same song? Like, man, you can turn on the radio, you be like,
Yeah.
this song on again.
Don't matter which channel you go to, it's on
Have y'all
everyone.
heard? I know. Have y'all heard songs on the radio? You turn it on, you like, dog, I'm getting tired of this song. They playing
Mm-hmm.
this song too much, and then they keep pounding it in the consumer's ear, the audience ear. They keep playing it, complaining it, and I'm a witness to that because it was on the play log. We had to play some. It's not because we wanted
Yeah, I
to.
remember at one point you used to could time it. If you missed the song on one radio station, if you flip to the other one right at the end, it's gonna
Yep,
start playing it.
yep, you're right, Trixie. You're absolutely right. And then what happens is people get tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a such thing as being overexposed when it comes to this music.
Yeah, they went overboard with it.
A person
Just,
they can overexpose an artist, and that can work against them
yeah.
because people tired of hearing that same song. Like, and then that's when they say, okay, well, we still want them to play it, but we finna start doing a remix now. You see how it go?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, okay, well, they tired of hearing this same song. So let me hear what y'all gotta say. It's been times where y'all listen to the radio and y'all heard the same song like every 15 minutes. What you
Yeah,
think?
Tristan say they do that to make you like the song. Yeah, it
Right.
sure enough backfire with me.
Yeah,
Cause
it
soon
makes
as I get it, I cut the radio off.
I know, right? The Trip sees it make you like the song, then it make them not like it because it's like it's
Mm-hmm.
something like you eating something the same day. You eating the same McDonald's or hamburger or whatever kind of burger you want to eat, you know, and then you just get tired of it. You doing what 2 for 3s? What they doing 3 for 2s? How you whatever the McDonald's was, whatever burger place, you know, no advertisement. But you know, you after a while you get tired. You want something different. You want something more refreshing to your ear. You want to hear something different. And I think like here with radio and here in Atlanta, it was it was a breath of fresh air to hear people like Goody Mob and Dre them, Outkast. It was a fresher breath air,
Yeah, because it wasn't nothing down here for them, basically. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing, but like nothing in the hip hop range, or even it was R&B all the way, all day, every day.
all day, every day, right? And then think about it, even the ones that the Atlanta natives that are here, think about it. If you was listening to radio back then, like 95, 96, everything was repeated.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you hear the
Like
same
every hour and a
thing.
half or so, they
Yeah,
ran through the
every
same
day.
10, 12 songs.
Same. I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna give y'all an answer to that. It's because they was trying to build the station then. So that was just a rear. That was just a recording. Like
Mm,
if you play something back and they just
yeah.
push one button and all you hear is the same stuff, the same commercials, the same time. You can look at your watch and look at 5 o'clock and you know when club such and such commercial about to come on because it was a recording. It wasn't live like what we doing.
Yeah, you could almost sit up there and repeat it word for word. Come on down hold on, what was it in Tallahassee, Florida?
Mhm.
Barnacle Bills on North Monroe.
I
Every
know, right?
daggone minutes.
Yep, like every time, same commercial, commercial spots. But those people, they was buying commercials from the sales department.
Mm-hmm.
And then what they do is the way that it works is the client will call in to the sales department and say, "Hey, I got a car dealership. I want to do a commercial. I want to do some commercial spots." And then they'll get them what they had different packages. Like you can get this many airplays. You can have your commercial played on this top of the hour, on this bottom of the hour. You can have it played 5 times, 10 times in an hour. Depending on how much they wanted to pay the client, wanted to pay the sales department. That was part of their job is bringing in the business. And they had these commercials. That's commercials when they say
But it
time to pay
seemed
the
like they
bills,
forgot that you need music with your commercials.
time to pay
Well,
the
you need
bills.
commercials with your music and not music with your commercials because they played more commercials than they played music after a certain point.
Yeah, they did. And then what they was doing too, Trip, see, they did. They was paying the bills. Have you ever heard them say it's time to pay the bills? Yeah, because the
Yes.
commercial was paying the bill. The commercials is the ones that's paying the people that's working at the radio station. The radio station ain't paying the personalities. It's those clients that's buying that advertisement. That's where we made our money from, is from them. If no advertisement wasn't being bought, then we weren't getting no checks. And that's why we had to go out to clubs and remotes and stuff like that,
Yeah.
to promote whether they was one-hit wonders or not, and that's how we made our money. Like I made most of my money, like I mentioned before, I made most of my money in the club. And Craig could tell you that. And he'll be like, where you been, G? I was like, hey, I did a show tonight. I did a show and I did a live remote. Where you been? I know y'all been doing y'all thing, but like with these one-hit wonders, people don't understand that with the radio broke them and then broke these records, and then they expect to hear more, and it's not. They don't deliver something
Yeah.
that, and it ain't the artist's fault, and the label they want complete control, and that's what it's about. So if y'all have an opportunity to have deals or whatnot, don't let them have no complete control. Be able to decide what producers you want to work with. Be able to decide what studios you want to record out of. Be able to decide who you want to be featured on your stuff. Have complete control. You know, and nowadays you ain't even got to sign no label, because everything online, everything on the internet. And see,
Tristan
back
said
then,
people
yeah,
misunderstand a radio station is a marketing platform. Actually, the music's free.
it used to be, but now the internet is.
Hey, T-Boo.
I know, right, Tripsy? Hey, Tables, is that Table? You know, time.
Royalty.
Yeah.
Hey, Nickel.
Hey, Nickel B, congratulations from Lady G.
She's still holding on to number 2 spot.
Number two. If you can be number 2 like me and Trip
You
C's,
number
you can
1.
be number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I told her. I said when it happened, it's gonna happen quick now. She, hey, I told her that what about a week and a half ago, a week, and then she had text messaged me, you know, or you had text messaged me, and I was like, dog, that was quick, but I already knew it. I told you. I told her when I heard her. I said you gonna do well, just like did we gonna do as well. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, whether it's rhythm and blues, old school, any of that, you know, a lot of those one hit wonders too, Trip C's, the new artists, they create from that. You know, they go in deep in them crates. Them producers go deep in them crates. And I know a lot of producers that still got vinyl. They got old records that's worth a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, most people look at it as trash, but some people's trash is somebody else's treasure. And they go deep in them crates. But like to the new generation, the first time they hearing it, they thinking that the people that they're hearing it from are the actual creators, but they're not. And then if you tell them this is where that came from, it's like they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, it's all samples.
Yeah.
You know, it's all samples. It's just that person intertwining their own creative craft and putting it on whatever sample that's already been made and making it of their own. Yeah, it's already been done. It's just done in a different way in a different new millennium for a different genre of people. But yeah, I want to send some love out to all the Funketeers. You said they've been hitting you up, Tasha. It's,
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole lot of us.
It started popping up on Facebook. Lord,
It's a
what's going
whole lot
on? You might like this. All I see is guitars and Prince doing splits. I said,
yeah,
I like
yeah, we love it. We love it. We love it. We can watch it all day long. We can listen to it all day long. And when it comes to those songs, like when you compare like a rap song or to an R&B versus like a funk song or something like that, them songs be like 30 minutes long. Tasha, you said this song that long? Yeah.
this song 15 minutes.
I know they be like 15, 30 minutes. But once you get into that groove, ain't no time on it.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no time. It's just the love of it. You just love it, and yeah, if the music's gonna change, it's about to change. So like even with the one hit wonders people, phenomenal songs, amazing songs, then they just disappear. And just clarification, I put the Gap Band on my Facebook page. I like the Gap Band, I love the Gap Band. Matter of fact, the Gap Band was on the label I signed with. Das Band, the Gap Band, Confunction, all of them was on there. Prince, uh, Flavor Flav, he was getting ready to sign on. I don't know if he eventually did with Sound Records. But all those people played a big factor in the sound that's out now.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they one hit wonders, I got a lot of respect for them. I love their music.
Just make sure that y'all are crediting the people that y'all got it from. Because people ain't
Absolutely.
scared to take folk to court no more. Ask Ed Shireen now.
Exactly, Trixie. And that's why we doing these shows now to dedicate it to those people. You don't hear their names no more. And I was like,
Nope, Polo Lorenzo still by the railroad track down there in Havana, Florida.
I'm gonna put them back in the We're gonna have to put them back because they did too much to contribute to the society, music, the industry, people's lives, changing people's lives. You know, they had songs people, making babies off of and stuff, and
Yes.
stuff from your grandmama. You spending the night at your grandmama house, and that's what you heard.
Yeah, his name Lorenzo Smith.
Lorenzo Smith.
He was on Luke Records.
Which one?
He was on Luke Records.
Oh, that was a long time ago. See, stuff like that is what we have to bring back here on Curbservice in the Treehouse. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You
You
know,
remember
these.
that song? I can't stand the pain. That's Lorenzo.
Yeah, that you see. That's how,
Mm-hmm. Only reason I know is Savannah is like 30 minutes from where I grew up at.
yeah. And then you don't even really hear his name like that no more, do you?
The only time I saw, because he came home and got strung out, and then he got clean, and then he started doing he started going around to the clubs. So you
Oh,
saw his names on the flyer and stuff.
oh wow, bless him.
It's
Wish
tonight,
him,
Lorenzo.
wish him the best. I
Trey
was just
Lorenzo, yeah.
remember that's funny you said
Hey,
Lorenzo. You remember
Remy.
somebody? Hey Remy, welcome in, welcome to Curb Service in the Treehouse. With us, we appreciate you. We love you.
I vaguely remember Trey Lorenz and Sammy. Oh my God, they played that little boy out.
You talking about
They
Sammy?
played the little boy. I don't even remember the song, but they used to play it all the time in like the late 90s, right? Like 99 or
That was
98,
Sammy.
99.
That was Sammy Sam.
They
I think
played
he,
that.
he
Heck out
lived
there.
in Atlanta because he was out. I think he came out with like L.A. Snow and Raheem the Dream, and then it was Sammy Sam, and then it was Kizzy Rock, and because we was playing all they stuff. Because when we first came together on Hot, we came from all our different directions. Everybody thought we was from New York. No, everybody's from somewhere different. Like KK, he was half Jamaican. He lived in New York. He had some New York, his dialect or just how he talked. And then like
Mhm.
Craig was from Louisiana, but he had like a northern swag about himself because a lot of his people was from like up top, like a mixture. And then me, I was from down south. Atlanta's not my home. It's my home now because I'm a native. I've been here forever, but I wasn't raised and born here. I was born in Chicago, and then I
Yeah.
went down to Alabama, and then I came to Atlanta. So, after you done been all these different places, and when we got on, everybody thought we was from all us from New York. No, we weren't from New York. It's just the way we spoke
Mhm.
and the chemistry. It just blended. But I know when Kizzy, because it was bass music, it was straight, you know, Kilo, Kizzy, Raheem. It was straight bass music. And then when we brought hip hop here in 96, 95, that's when they changed it. And then that's when they started playing all the Junior Mafia and Puffy and
Mhm.
and then we started catering to the local artists because I was like, okay, they coming from up north, we showing them love. We gotta show the home some love too. So that's when we did the show the Flip Squad.
Yo.
And I said the best way to promote these local artists here that's in Atlanta that's been natives all their life is to include them on,
Mhm.
you know.
Hey
And
Remy, don't be trying to outdo me. I'm gonna get my tapes and stack them up so I can knock them over now.
I know, right? You
Right
don't want
over
to knock
you.
them over, do you? You don't want to knock them over.
Yes, I told them. I say when Truth Form and Nick will do their collab, I want to listen to it first so I can
Uh,
go on here and do a reaction. I'm gonna stack everything up on the desk just so I can knock it over. and I'm gonna be hollering. Boss man Blake in the house. What's up,
Right.
boss?
She said, "Knock it over." Hey, I want to send some love out to Van Digital. Thank you, brother. He hit me up. He said he was working on some stuff. And thank you, brother. I appreciate that, the project you're working on and everything. I really appreciate your time. And also Nick will be them, you know, and do you know if any of them have any questions about this topic of discussion?
Do we have any questions in the chat about one-hit wonders? Going once, going twice, maybe going more than that.
Wonder. So you think these one-hit wonders are gonna be?
Oh wait, we got another exclusive from Boss Man that I ain't played yet. See, I be saving them in my pocket for special.
Well, you need to pull that out your pocket and put that juicy song.
I am.
I know. I said in the last show, Trip C's the first one got it. Can we get one too?
Melanie say, "What did the frequency of music change?" Yes, and then all of them start sending them. Troll was like, "Send it to her, boss. Send it to her."
We'll come to Treehouse and listen to it. Hey, you got
all know Nick will be first concert. We gonna get a charter bus and have "I Love Nick Will Be" shirts on. The guys holding the sign, but we gotta have designated faint picker uppers. What sounds like oh, you talking about my love? Do you ever dream of candy coated raindrops? You're the same, my candy rings.
Yeah, they still doing their thing. Matter of fact, K Swab is a good friend of mine. He has a show called On Fire or Fire, and he interviewed me one time. This has been years ago, and I actually hit him up today. That is a good friend of his, and we can try to get him on the show.
Yes, please do.
I think it's Just For Real or For Real.
Just For Real.
Yeah, Just For Real. And I hit him up actually today, K Swab, and you know, he had me on his show. He interviewed me some years ago. So now that we have our show here at Curbservice in the Treehouse with TripCTreehouse, it's only right you show love where you got the love from. So I invited him to the show, and then maybe he'll bring K For Real on.
For Real, yeah.
For Real, so he could tell y'all what he's doing, what projects he's currently working on now.
And the girl who sang "The Thing You Do Makes Me Keep Running to You."
Yeah, we need to bring him on.
That one off top.
I would love to have him on. So shout out to K Swap. I'm gonna be hitting you, brother, to get you in Curbservice in the Treehouse with us and bring your folks on. Just like you showed me love, it ain't nothing like me giving you love back, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Yes. And in the spirit of showing love, we gonna go and play this next one by Boss Man Blake. It's called "It's Up."
Let's do it.
Arm and Hammer. Oh, is that the name of the album? Or you want me to play the other one?
I like that.
I heard it up. Okay. So you the arm and he the hammer. It's up. That's what's up. I sent the link so that y'all can add stuff to the playlist. You can get it from YJ. Boss man. Why y'all making a new channel for each album?
You trying to spread all of it out.
No, because then you have to start the hype over for each album.
Yeah, you know you the IT tech in full effect. That'll tell them.
Nice. That's nice. That's very nice.
Very.
You're breaking up a little bit, Gigi. Well, your signal bad. Go back to where you was at. You only got one channel? Then why? Oh, this is one. Yeah, for Arm & Hammer. Yeah, I can hear you now. Oh, she dropped out. She be right back. Oh Lord. It's the internet gremlins. It's the Wi-Fi trolls. Do I hear hoofbeats? No. See, when you expose them, they come back. Gigi's back.
I had to go back out and come back in to the Curbservice at the Treehouse here live with Lady G and TripCTreehouse. We doing it like this for y'all every Tuesday, so y'all make sure y'all tune in 8 o'clock on the dot. Don't be done.
Yes, Eastern Standard Time.
Absolutely. That was a hot joint right there. Brother gonna do well.
Well, boss, can Remy get permission to run that on his channel, yo? I set it up. I put your playlist on there too.
I know.
Was an amazing artist. He had two different personas.
Sometimes you gotta have about 5, 6, 7, 10 of them. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You know, we always like to ask permission around here. Oh yeah, Remy said, was Jada Pinkett really sleeping with one of the Crisscross kids? Well, if you know.
You know, I can't even quote on that. I have no idea. I just know Chris and Cross, they was with Jermaine Dupri. They was young, and one of them, the one that passed away, may he rest in peace. I was working with somebody that actually stayed across the street from him. I'm not sure if he had sickle cells. I'm not sure, but I can't speak on that.
Some type of cancer, something like that.
Is that what it was? Yeah, I can't speak on that. Maybe you can Google it, and you know, you can Google everything. It'll tell you the truth.
Now, Remy, that is a loaded question, and I'm not even gonna ask.
Yeah. So I I don't get into people's
Underbelly.
private lives. That's
Okay,
none
let's put it like this.
that I want to talk about that's
You didn't
intriguing
never
me.
work with JD, did you?
Let's put it this way. My songs have worked with him, but I haven't physically worked with him. And like I shared in a couple of interviews ago, that I was working with some guys out of DC. Um, and they shopped the songs I did to labels. They shopped it to Rockefeller Records, So Def, Jermaine Dupri, Jive, Epic, Columbia, and the phones were blowing up. And I didn't have a manager. I was managing myself at that point. You know what I mean? I had managers in the past, but I was managing myself. And they shopped the songs to these labels, and they're thinking since I was here in Atlanta, Jermaine would pick up on it. But yeah, he picked up on it. Right? He took the song and gave it to the band. And I'm just being real with y'all. Like on that stuff like that, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not
But
gonna
the
sugar.
other stuff you really just didn't, because you was young when you was in the radio, and then you had that little interlude when
I
you
was,
weren't a part
you
of the
know,
industry, and then you kind of came back in.
yeah.
To my boss man said, do you consider Trinidad James a one-hit wonder? Gold all in my chain, gold all in my watch.
I don't think I really don't. I think he can come back with it again. He can come back with he can come with some gold on his wrist. He can come with some
True.
gold
Yeah.
on his foot.
Yeah. And
He
musical
just had that
geniuses.
swag.
Yeah.
He
He
just
said we
had
had a
that
lot of
swag.
lyrical and musical geniuses that
It's a
one
lot
hit
of
one
like
hit wonder through the bad contracts.
basically, and that's basically what it boiled down to, y'all. Just like what Trip C said. You know, the one hit wonder had a lot to do with the labels. Because you got to understand, they're giving you a deal, they're giving you a budget. And when you
Yeah.
sign to the label, you put your hand card and you sign, that means they own you. That's why when you get a lawyer, get an entertainment lawyer. Don't just get any lawyer, get you an
We have a
interest.
social media lawyer running around YouTube. She's called Empowered Esquire. If you ever need any help, Empowered Esquire. I believe she's licensed in Florida, but you can call her for all your social media legal needs.
Yeah.
She's an entertainment lawyer.
Yeah. Call her and tell her what the deal is. What you've been who proposed and gave you propositions, and just to protect yourself and protect your royalties, your writing, your publishing. I have my own publishing company. So, but like when I was young, I didn't, because my mind was to be on the art, as an artist. And you can't, you one person, you first starting off, you can't be the manager, then you doing all your copyrights, then you setting up meetings. That's too much. That's why they have business managers, personal managers. Let the artists focus on what they do, they art. You know
Okay,
what I
so
mean?
Nico's question is gonna be the last question because it's 9 o'clock on the dot, and we're only running for an hour. It's okay. Nico says, does she think she should look for management? Go ahead and call Empowered Esquire, baby, and see what she says.
Absolutely. Listen to Trip C. Call her. It ain't nothing to do but to call her. It won't hurt, because she could tell
And
you
you can
something
even
that
hit
may
up
be able
on
to
our
help.
YouTube page. She might be listening. Sometimes she does.
Yes, absolutely. Call her. And especially you number 2 now. Come on now. You gonna be number 1.
Go ahead and call her.
You finna move up again. If you number 2, you're gonna be number 1. So protect yourself and your well-being. Give her a call. Dial those 7 numbers. Reach out to her. Let her know what you're doing. Let her know what your craft is. And then just take some advice. It ain't necessarily you gotta agree to it. You can listen, you can talk to some other people. But
Thank
it's
you,
good
Gary.
to kind of know which direction to go. Because some people just tell you stuff. They'll tell you they know, it ain't right. But yeah, reach out to her, Nika B. I would definitely advise you to do that, especially you're being charted now.
Yeah.
Congratulations. She's number
Number 2
two
on the global soul charts.
on the global
Can't
soul chart. She's number
believe
2
that.
for her craft.
Mhm.
Yes, absolutely. Look into it, and
Yeah.
hear what they gotta say.
So
But
we are gonna. Mhm.
we're happy to have y'all here on Curb Service at the Treehouse. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with us, with me and Tripsies in the
Yes,
building.
ma'am. Next
And
up
if there's
is Reveal
anything else
My Yacht with young Pharaoh crying in his car, figuratively, not literally. And me and Gigi, me being Tripsy and her being Gigi, we gonna close out with a song, and we will see y'all next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Curb Service at the Treehouse, where it's always swinging.
always swinging.
Wait, this ain't it. I pressed the wrong button. That's what that was.
Hey, we were swinging in that too.
Yeah.
Curb Service in the Treehouse. Here we go.
Remy should be up in the next 5 minutes. Yes, Tristan. Hey, love me, Fro. We finna go over the Remy's as soon as he go up. We finna close out, Gigi. Peace out, y'all.